Fans, it's Aztec 101 in the ring. Real quick, I'm going to do a very brief video, but I kind of wanted to talk about Mikey Garcia calling out Errol Spence. You know, it's a brief video, and basically my intention is to see what the subscribers think. You know, I want to gauge what my subscribers think when it comes to this fight. Mikey Garcia has been calling out Errol Spence for a while. This isn't new. It's not something that just fell out of the sky right after he beat Robert Easter Jr. He's called out Keith Thurman as well. Mentioned that he would want to fight these guys when he moves up to 147. Now, it seems like he still has Errol Spence on his radar. He's still talking about the fight, and it's a possible fight. It's a fight that can be made. It's a better fight for Mikey Garcia than it is for Errol Spence at this point. And the reason why I say that is, you know, Mikey Garcia has a lot to gain. Win or lose, he's taking a challenge by moving up weight divisions again, right? He's risking his O against a bigger, very talented Errol Spence. And, you know, Errol Spence, I mean, even though by beating Mikey Garcia, he'll be beating an elite fighter, you know, someone that is ranked pound for pound, you know, top 5 by a lot of boxing fans. He's still fighting a smaller guy, so winning isn't going to say much. You know, one of the things that lacks in Errol Spence's resume is just that risk factor. Him risking his O. I guarantee you, no one thought that Lamont Peterson was going to beat Errol Spence. No one thought Chris Algieri was going to beat Errol Spence. You know, and possibly the only fight where it was somewhat even was Errol Spence versus Kell Brook. And that's it. That's it. So Mikey Garcia will be another fighter that Errol Spence will be fighting where he's supposed to win. And that's not good for Errol Spence. That's not what he needs. Something tells me, though, that because he's on that path of continuously fighting guys that he knows he's supposed to beat, that he'll take this fight. You know, and if he does take this fight, like I said, it's a better fight for Mikey. Because all the risk is in Mikey's, you know, on Mikey's side. He'll be risking his O. He'll be fighting a bigger fighter. He'll be moving up in weight. He'll have to gain 12 pounds. And this is going to be the biggest fighter he's ever faced. Mikey Garcia, at this point, you know, this fight could do a lot for his career. For Mikey, this is somewhat of a legacy fight. It's a good fight for him. You know, and a lot of people are saying that, I can already tell what's going to come up in the comment section. A lot of people are going to say, well, he's calling out Errol Spence, but he's obviously scared to mention Terrence Crawford. I personally think it's ridiculous to say that he's scared to fight anybody if he's calling out Errol Spence. Fact of the matter is, no one under Al Heyman is calling out Terrence Crawford. And that's just business. You know, Terrence Crawford is with HBO. A lot of these fighters, a lot of these PBC fighters, they have their big fights on Showtime. So, I mean, it's just, you're not going to see right now Errol Spence call out Crawford. You're not going to see Mikey Garcia call out Crawford. Or Manny Pacquiao. Or Lomachenko, right? And I see a lot of people are saying that they would rather see Mikey Garcia fight Lomachenko than fight Errol Spence. Personally, I think that Mikey's limited to PBC fighters right now. And this is kind of the political game that is going on the business side of boxing. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is a good fight? Are you interested in seeing it? Is it more of a fantasy fight, a fight that they're talking about but will never happen? And how do you see the fight going? You know, like I said, I'm not 100% convinced that Mikey Garcia is going to win, but I'm also not convinced that Errol Spence is going to walk through Mikey. I think this is a lot more evenly matched than people are giving it credit. It's a good fight. But I'm going to reiterate that it's a better fight for Mikey, career-wise, than it is for Errol Spence. You know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I'm really interested. I'm intrigued, you know, and I can't fault Errol Spence for taking the fight because I want to see it. But what do you guys think? Is this a good fight? Is it a cherry pick for Errol Spence? Is Mikey Garcia biting off more than he could chew? What do you guys think? This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.